I'm Ted Cook with ReallyCheapFloors.com, and I have been told recently that we are starting an exciting new series that's called Choosing the Best Hardwood Floor for Your Home. Now, what we're not going to do is to tell you what the best floor for your home is. You know why? I've never been to your home. I have no idea what the best floor for your home is. I do, however, know a lot about flooring, and we would like to start this by telling you what advantages and disadvantages there are for different types of flooring and giving you the information that you need to make a smart decision for a floor that's going to last you for a really long time in your home, okay? Today, we're going to talk about engineered hardwood flooring. Don't snarl your nose up because you don't like engineered hardwood flooring. Engineered gets a bad rap. In the old days, the engineers were made with ugly veneers, and the way they make the ugly veneers is they take a log and they start peeling it, okay? It's called a rotary peel. Guess where they came up with that name? They peel around the log and they get a long piece of veneer, but because it's peeled from around the log, it looks a little bit different than hardwood flooring, which is face sawn. All hardwood flooring is cut across the face. So yeah, in the old days, and even today, that your less expensive engineered floors will be rotary peeled, so they don't look too good. But all of I think everything that we sell right now is made by Somerset, and Somerset does it differently. All of their engineered flooring is used with the face sawn method. That means they cut it across the face of the log just exactly like their solids made. The only difference is instead of cutting a 3/4 slab, they're cutting maybe a 1/4 inch slab, maybe a little less than a 1/4 inch. So they cut that across and then they stick it on top of their hardwood core. So I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. The reason that you would buy an engineered floor, there's a couple of reasons. Let's talk about them. The most common one is you're going on a concrete subfloor. You can put a solid hardwood floor on concrete, but don't. That's the only opinion I'm going to give you today. Don't do it. It's expensive. You have to buy very expensive glues. And if you have a problem, you have a very serious problem. There's nothing to be gained. I just don't think you should do it. So we would use an engineered floor to go over concrete. We would also use it in areas maybe that the home doesn't have air conditioning or it's a weekend home. You're going to close it down because the reason that we have engineered floors is they are more stable with moisture change. When you introduce higher humidity or lower humidity to a home, all of the wood in the home will expand and contract. An engineered floor is made, in the case of the Somerset, they use 8 plies, and each ply is turned 90 degrees to the last. And what that does is it makes that piece of wood much more stable and less likely to expand or contract due to moisture or temperature changes. So if you're in an environment where you can't control that moisture level as much as you want to, engineered, great application. Another reason is wide plank. You know, wide planks are very popular right now. 5, 7, 8. I mean, we've even seen them 12 inches wide. If you put a solid wood in there, it's going to move before you get your tools loaded. You can't do it. You just can't do a wide one. So that's why all of those really wide floors will be engineered floors. A little more peace of mind, fewer problems in the future. Okay. And the cupping issue becomes more prolific when you use species that have a higher Janka score, more dense, like hick, like hard maple. So honestly, I wouldn't put a 5-inch solid in mine, but I like to open the doors and windows, turn the air off. I'm cheap. I don't want to run the air conditioner all the time. So, if it's 80 degrees, let's leave the air conditioner off. Well, what happens when you leave the air conditioner off is you lose your ability to control moisture, because an air conditioner, HVAC system, has 2 jobs. One's to keep you comfortable. The second one's to remove moisture. If you decide you're comfortable with doors and windows open, that moisture doesn't get removed, and that's when you get some movement in your house. So that's the biggest reason to use an engineered floor. There are different qualities of floor. You can buy the little 3/8 or 5/16 floors that come with as little as 3 plies. You'll typically find those at some of our box store competitors because those guys are concerned with price. Everything's about price. So if one of them has a floor for $1.99, the other one wants to be at $1.89. Are they willing to give up whatever they have to get there? You doggone right. And there's a place for those little inexpensive 3-ply floors. We just don't sell them because you're going to pay $2 a foot for those. I can sell you a cabin grade 8-ply hickory floor for less than that. Yes, I'm going to have shorter boards. It's going to have character or natural defects in it, but it's an 8-ply hickory floor. You're going to have a better quality floor, aluminum oxide finish, and 5, 6, 7 inches wide for the same price that you would pay for that little 3-inch by 3/8, natural red oak floor. You can give it a look. It's not for everybody, but we feel like our blue label offers the best value of any engineered floor in the market. Okay, I lied. I said I was only going to offer one opinion. That's the second one, but it's a consensus among everybody, so it's not really my opinion. The engineered floor, another it allows you to do is you've got flexibility in installation. You can can nail it down, you can staple it down, you can glue it down, or you can float it. If you're going over concrete subfloor, we do recommend that you glue it because there are fewer problems with a glue down installation than there are with a float. When you float a floor, it does have a propensity to sound hollow sometimes. If your floor is not perfectly smooth, and you've got these long boards, you're going to get some dead spots underneath, even with the underlayment. And that's what underlayment really is for, is to cut down on the echo. It's to help with sound. That's the only reason it's there. If you are over concrete and you use an underlayment, you want to use something with a moisture barrier in it. That'll make a little bit more expense, but you really need that moisture barrier when you're doing on concrete. Engineered pricing, you can spend whatever you want on it. As I said, you can buy our Somerset Cabin Blue Label for under $2, probably all the species and width. We do sometimes have, when we have too much of something, it'll get down pretty close to $1. We also liquidate a lot of Bruce products for them, and you'll see some pretty good values. And one other company that we carry, Mullican, we sell some cabin grade 3/8 of theirs. It's a 5-ply, and we're able to offer it for around 79 cents. Pretty good value. And you get it down, it's a good looking floor. It's only 79 cents. We have several steps there depending on what you want. What's best for you. We should have what you're looking for. And then you get up, and sometimes we'll have builder grades, a step above our Blue Label, longer boards, less color variation, less natural defect. It's really a great buy for, usually runs about $2.99 a foot. Hickory may be a little more, wider boards might be a little more, but generally it runs about that. And that's about half of what it will run in a running line first quality floor. So we carry 3 grades of each one of those floors. If you want to select, we can order it for you, and we'll be very, very competitive. But where our strengths lie are in the Blue Label and that builder grade. We do offer pretty much all the species: hickory, red oak, white oak, maple. Not as much maple as we used to. We still see some maple. Don't see much walnut anymore, but occasionally we'll have some walnut. We also are working with a company now that offers us some European oak with a little bit different grain variation. Interesting stuff. Costs a little more. I guess that's about everything you'll want to know about it. Again, we're excited about this series. We want you to know more about your flooring choices so that when you get done, the reality meets or exceeds your expectation. Okay, that's the secret to our success. Saving you money is a lot of fun. We love doing that. But really, the way we make happy customers is making sure the reality meets or exceeds the expectations. Sometimes you come in with expectations that are too high. It's our job to fix those. We have to make sure that our reality is where it should be, but we also need to sometimes work on your expectation. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Pick up phone, drop us an email. We'd love to help you with that.